10-1 Jane Hartwood, but the market is saying Fact to File back favourite again now. 6-4 from 2-1 Gaelic Warrior, easing in the last 90 seconds out to 7-4. 9-1 Fastorslow, and it's 10-1 Hartwood. Lecky Watson 14-1, and Inothewayurthinkin 16-1. More confidence even on the exchanges. Fact to File now certain to start favourite. Gaelic Warrior second up in the market.
It's the John Durkan Memorial. Richard Pugh, I've sent up Ruby. Are we jumping all the fences for the big one?
Ruby, it looks like we are to me.
It does to me too, Richard. I look in the back straight, I can see some of the fence stewards, but I also see him putting dolls in the fences, and Brian Gleeson is right. Fact to File, 11-8 at the off.
Yes, they are walking forward here, the 10 runners. Sinesia, as Barry predicted, is the one that looks like he'd like to go forward. So he's going to have to take a turn. The flag hasn't been raised yet. Now it goes up, so it looks like he's happy. We are racing 57 races, 16 Grade 1s, 5 million in prize money, Gold Cup winners, Grand National winners. It's got absolutely everything, and Gaelic Warrior with Hartwood is prominent towards fence number 1. They're all over safely. Sinesia, in fact, has pretty much dropped in. Fact to File is prominent as they go now towards fence number 2 before they turn into the straight. It's Gaelic Warrior with Fact to File and Hartwood. And then Grange-Clare West on the inside of Fastorslow. I know the way you're thinking, the Gold Cup winner since mid-division, and got low over that one. Lecky Watson is next. I am Maximus, James de Burley and Sinesia. They begin the turn to make their way in towards fences 3 and 4. And Gaelic Warrior has pressed on by 3 or 4 lengths. That gives Fact to File a lead. Hartwood is third. Fastorslow, Lecky Watson and Grange-Clare West. Sinesia is next. Further back in the field now, just slotting in well back as I know the way you're thinking. Towards the back with Sinesia and I am Maximus. So they go it over the first of the 2 to bring them up to past the stands. And Fastorslow got low there, and a mistake by I am Maximus. They found a position, and Gaelic Warrior has gone on, Ruby.
He has, but he's reverted to type, Richard. When he was dropped in last year over a trip, he settled. He's racing with the chalk out here, 31 miles an hour. He's attacking these fences, and you can see high quality horses. Lecky Watson is going as fast as he wants to go. At the back of the field, I am Maximus is flat out. I know the way you're thinking, can't go much quicker, and Fastorslow has dropped really far off them. He's spat it out now as he runs past the winning post with Paul Townend, but that was a hard opening half mile for Gaelic Warrior.
And you could see Paul check the screen. He'll want to know just what damage he's done to those behind him as he begins to make his way up the hill now and on his way towards fence number 5. And it is Gaelic Warrior who leads them up by a good margin to Fact to File, who sits second as they go over that one. Hartwood is third, then Fastorslow down the inside. Lecky Watson, Grange-Clare West and Sinesia. James de Burley is just in behind. Then I know the way you're thinking, and I am Maximus is last of all as they go now towards fences 6, 7 and 8 along this section of the track. And it is Gaelic Warrior who's over in front, jumped that well. Fact to File, he's a good 10 lengths off him in second. Hartwood and the winner of a couple of years ago, Fastorslow, next. A break to Grange-Clare West and Lecky Watson. James de Burley, Sinesia, I am Maximus. I know the way you're thinking. That 6 are in a group quite some way back off the leader, who's now going 32, 33 mile an hour down the hill. He is tanking, really.
He is pouring it on like he did in his beginner's chase here, but unlike in his beginner's chase, Richard, the quality of horse following him this afternoon is quite different. But look, you saw Gaelic Warrior do this in the past, and he's pinging fences, but he is pouring it on for the level of fitness he has at the moment.
He's even got Fact to File a good dozen lengths behind at this stage, possibly more. We'll see better as they come out over the ditch that'll bring them into the back straight. It is Gaelic Warrior who's going to lead them out over to the John Durkan, which is becoming ever more intriguing. Fact to File going after him. Hartwood, Fastorslow, then Lecky Watson, Grange-Clare West, James de Burley, Sinesia, I know the way you're thinking, and I am Maximus. And turning into the back straight in splendid isolation is Gaelic Warrior. Ruby, it's 25 lengths side on here. It really is an enormous margin. Fact to File, who has a high cruising speed, simply not going with Gaelic Warrior here as they go to the first of the 3 along the back straight. No. Gaelic Warrior, big jump again. That's going to be so important, the jumping.
It is key to it. In fact, the File had a good jump there as well. Like, it's going to take a lot of pegging back from here, provided he just keeps in that rhythm that he's jumping in. Mark won't attempt to follow him till they're at the back of the ditch.
The Gold Cup winner is last at the moment. He got tight to that one, brushed away at the far side of it, but at this momentum he doesn't need to lose it. Fact to File is in second. Hartwood, Fastorslow, James de Burley and Lecky Watson, who's never been beaten over fences when standing on his feet, but this is a big test for him. Final ditch coming up. Gaelic Warrior long and quick from in second. Fact to File back in third. Hartwood, Fastorslow got tight to it. Then James de Burley, Lecky Watson. You can forget Grange-Clare West trying to stay on past a few. I know the way you're thinking. I am Maximus and Sinesia. Ruby, they are spread out so far. Can he do it?
That looked like an empty jump to me, Richard, and Paul Townend is going to be trying to fill him up. You can see how much Mark Walsh is eating into the ground already. That last ditch, it's whether he can get on his second win now, Richard, to get home or not.
Intriguing as they come towards the first of the 2 along the side of the track in the John Durkan. It is Gaelic Warrior from Fact to File, last year's winner, who's just trying to close on him. The gap is dozen lengths or so. Fastorslow, possibly less as they go to race now towards the third last fence. They're so far clear of Heartwood and Fastorslow. You can't underestimate the quality of horse that isn't at the races here as they come to the third last. But at the races is Gaelic Warrior, who's over in front. Factofile has him in his sights now. It's about 3 to 4 lengths. They're so far clear of Heartwood, Fastorslow, James de Burley. I know the way you're thinking's running an honest race, but we'll review the rest later. Turning for home, out front, Gaelic Warrior, last year's winner. Factofile is in the slipstream as they straighten up. It's a 2-horse race now. Look at the gap to Heartwood, Fastorslow, and another one to James de Burley. Second last, Gaelic Warrior has yet to be caught, but Factofile is just about on terms. The crowd rise to the John Durkan 2025, and Factofile is getting on terms. Gaelic Warrior won't lie down the far side. They've one fence left to jump in the John Durkan, and they're locked together. Factofile and Gaelic Warrior. You split them, I can't. It's Gaelic Warrior and Factofile. There's absolutely nothing in it. It's a John Durkan that is delivering right to the line. It's 100 yards and less, and Gaelic Warrior has beaten last year's winner. Factofile, a race that promised so much and delivered so much more. Fastorslow third, Heartwood 4. Then I know the way you're thinking, he's done well. James de Burley, Lecky Watson, Grangeclare West, and I am Maximus. That was as good a horse race as I will ever stand to watch here. Gaelic Warrior made it so interesting. Factofile looked like he came to pick him off, but Gaelic Warrior had too much.
He had too much, Richard. That would make the hair stand on the back of your head. What a horse race. 2 outstanding race horses. Look at the quality of the horses that were behind them. It's a Grade 1 contest. They jumped like Grade 1 horses. They went Grade 1 tempo, and they went at it. Oh, what a race to watch. I thought it was incredible to watch, Richard.
It was. Here we go. Look, I mean, Factofile did everything. He came into a slipstream. He did everything to get on terms with them. But the bravery of Gaelic Warrior, that's the thing, the bravery. And he'll go further.
Guts and stamina. He's a dual Grade 1 winner over 3 miles. Gaelic Warrior is a 3-mile hurdle and a 3-mile chase last year at Aintree, and he's just got back up. But even at the second last, 2 good jumps. Gaelic Warrior is in. Factofile was long. Paul now starts to go at it. Mark is having his go at him, and they go at it hammer and tongs to the last. And you're hoping both are going to jump it. You hope it's going to be a fair horse race. Both being it spot on,
together,
both
bang.
ping it, both land running. Oh, what a, like, you try and sell this sport, Richard. That doesn't sell it with me, I'll give up.
If that doesn't work for you, well, look, the son of Maxios, Gaelic Warrior, the 7-year-old, has come out on top in an unbelievable John Durkan. Paul Townend has to be animated. Katie's going to find out.
Paul, that was unbelievable on so many levels. What's your take on it?
Yeah, it was a proper horse race anyway, wasn't it? He was fresh and ready. He wanted to go today, and I was kind of only going to get in a wrestling match with him if I didn't let him on. And to be fair to him, he took a breather when he needed it and gave himself a chance to fill up to have a go at Mark anyway, and good jump at the last when it was all in the line, and put his head down and rallied from it again at the back of it.
I mean, the first 4, you were a passenger, really.
I'd say more than 4, to be honest. A lot more than 4. Fresh, without a horse in front of him, just wanted to run into the daylight, I think. And
but were you not thinking for the first half a mile, I can't do this, I can't sustain this, can't sustain this?
I knew at that stage the damage was done.
Yeah.
And it was try and get far enough clear that he'd be able to fill up and maybe go again. I'd done so much and gone so hard for the first part of the race that if I'd gone fighting him then and left them into the race by me slowing this lad down in a fight, I may as well have turned around and gone home. So no, it was just leave it up to him and hope that when he needed to take a breather he would. And he did, and his jumping held together, which was a big help.
Yeah, his jumping was really, really good. Even the first down the back, he winged it, and it just gave you that chance. But you never looked behind you. Were you interested?
The dangers were coming at me in front, and they can do their own thing. I was only riding my race and seeing what happened from there. My cards were on the table at that stage, so there's no point looking for them. But no, even when like you said, he winged the one down the back, but even when he was in close, he was just backing off enough to put himself right, that he was jumping clean and not running into him and losing more energy.
Obviously, we were watching it, and you know, from a long way out you could see it was just you, and it was just going to be Factofile at Mark Walsh. And another reason I think why he didn't look behind as well is because if you look behind, Mark wants you to look over your shoulder to see what you're hanging on to and what you're not hanging on to. You're showing your cards a bit as well, but when Mark got to you then and you got under the second last and Mark landed in front, it was some gutsy performance from both horses. It was an unbelievable race to watch.
Neither horse gave up, you know, even from the back of the last two was jumped it well. I was getting the upper hand. Next thing, Mark's coming back at me, and at the line there was nothing in it, and we weren't even certain of where the line were when the two of us pulled up. So no, it was a huge run from both of them, and hopefully they can come out of it okay.
Paul, well done. Absolutely a great end, a great way to end the day.
That's it. Thanks, Katie.
Well done, Paul.
Cheers. Thanks.
Well done, horse.
The race that promised so much has delivered